Left side of the brain. Left side of the brain. Today's broadcast is brought to you by LeBlue Ultra Pure Water. Best type of water to get from the store. You can't get to alkaline. This is the next best thing. Also, today's lecture is brought to you by nature itself. Once again, we are out here in the green, the origin, from where it all came from. How y'all doing out there today? Good, me too. I'm doing fine. Woke up this morning, can't complain. Every day you wake up is a good day. Because guess what? A lot of people didn't wake up. So consider yourself one of the lucky ones. You made it to see another day. And going down this path, walking past a stranger. It could be, I don't know who this is. But we're just going to keep straight. Okay. Back out in nature, the sanctuary, the peace where all truth dwells. When you're out in nature, it's as real as it gets, man. Just imagine you had to live out here, no stores to go to. You would have to depend on each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why the world is like it is today, because we disconnected from nature. If man was still living in nature, you would have to depend upon your friends. You would have to be real with each other. The woman would have to really depend on the man, because he would be literally the breadwinner. It's not like how it is today. She can go get a job and say she's independent, and back in those times, like, everybody had to depend on each other. The woman was raising the kids, the man was out hunting, and the kids was at home. That's what it's all about, man. Balance. This whole channel is about bringing things back into perspective. Well, that's a little intro. Enough of that. But I want to talk about truth and what is the truth, and can everybody accept the truth, and can or cannot women handle the truth. Those are the things that we're going to speak on today. Truth, what it is, and can women handle the truth, or can women not handle the truth? Now, the reason why I'm bringing up this topic is because yesterday I did a video about women and how they select men. And I did a video, and I noticed in the comment section, all of the flack that video was receiving, and I don't know if I should call it flack, because that sounds negative, but all of the antagonistic, well, that's still not a good word to say. All of the, I guess, anti or opposite feedback came from females. And what I noticed is, when a female hears certain things, she can't agree with it. She can't agree with everything, because it goes against her very programming. Now, this is going to be a deep subject today. This is not misogyny. This is not female bashing. But we're just at that point in the discussions where we have to talk about. Right now, we're on female organic portals, because how these videos been going since the channel has been updated. We on a series now of connecting the dots, and we just so happen to be on the topic of females right now. So let me sit right here on this beautiful bench, if you all would like to see for yourself. I'm putting my water right here, and I'm sitting on this beautiful bench. And right across the bench is this nice view. Now, it just so happens that we are down this path of females, okay? And what I've noticed is that, when a female hears something that she likes, she'll be all on the bandwagon. She'll be clapping her hands. She'll be, hooray! They'll be supporting. They'll be giving a thumbs up. But as soon as they hear something that they don't like, they get emotional about it. And that's not how we're supposed to treat the truth, okay? Truth is something that is not about pandering to our feelings. It's not about making us feel good. That's why they say the truth hurts. Okay, when you deal with the word truth and you look at the letters in the word truth, you rearrange the letters and you have the word hurt, because it hurts us sometimes to find out the truth about things. Okay, and that leads me to this right here. When I talk about females being the portal entry, I have yet, why they are the main tool that is used in the organic portal realm, I have yet had a valid argument against that, because you can't bring up anything against it. I've heard people try to, sound philosophical and, oh, the man has to come back with the woman and reunite and bring. No, people. Once you figure out the truth, you realize that as beautiful as all of this nature is right now, it is still an entrapment. It is still lying right next to a animal, a predator out to kill another animal. This is the reality of this nature that we live in. This nature that we live in now, it is a dense form of reality. It is compacted. When groups and groups of groups and groups of groups and groups of cells came together and congealed and created a prison that these bodies inhabit, and the woman being that black hole portal. Okay, I don't like to sound repetitive because you all have heard this before coming from me, but I had to revisit this because it's been misconstrued that I'm not, and I see it in the comment section. Some females remark, but I can see the enmity that's starting to form, because they can't handle the fact that their number one duty is being put on defense. They having to defend because they don't want to give up the fact, or they don't want to admit the fact that their body is the instrument that's used as the gate to bring souls into this realm down here. It's no way around that. I even had one person comment and says something about men create lubrication and women create lubrication. And I guess she was referring to some gland she had named. But she said it's almost identical. But I pointed out that, you see, you gotta be very particular when you're dealing with people, because they'll say things, but whether knowingly or unknowingly, intentionally leave out certain facts. And I responded to the person, who I will leave anonymous, and I told the person that men don't just create no lubrication. It's called semen, and it contains sperm, which is the seed. Just like everything out here that you see growing, it has a seed. And the female, she is the fertile ground from which that seed grows from. So the soul of a person comes from the man. The bloodline. That's why when you go and that's why if a woman go get pregnant, they find out who the father is. Okay? Because it's like this. If a woman got pregnant, right, by two different men, even though she may have Even though she may have two different fathers and both kids came from the same mother, genetically, technically, those two kids are from different seeds. They from different fathers. Okay, because you are what your father is. You are the race or nationality of what your father is. You see, if I had a child and I wanted to leave a king upon the throne, it would have to come from my bloodline. I couldn't an adopted son couldn't carry on my what's the word? My legacy. You see, my legacy would have to be carried on through my seed, my soul. You see, and no disrespect to anybody, because I realize that a lot of these women, they have good intent and intentions, and like I say, my platform is for open discussion. I enjoy hearing the different sides of the coin. I enjoy responding to it. You see, um, it's not a thing of right. It's a thing of right, but it's also a thing of, like I say, you can believe whatever you want to believe. A lot of times we live in our beliefs, but the truth overrides your belief system. You know, believing is not based upon what is. Believing is based upon emotions. The truth overrides your emotions. And when you hear something for the first time, it doesn't register good with you, because you you hear something and it's going against all of that programming that you've heard all your life. And then it's a lot of charlatans out here. It's a lot of fakes and phonies out here telling people a lot of misinformation that has a lot of people confused about things. You see, but the truth, you see, it overrides any of that. You see, and I noticed that through the comment section of a lot of my videos, I'm starting to see, and that's also proof to me that women, they are not the bearers of truth. They can hear the truth, they can dispense truth, but the 100% raw truth can only come by way of a man who has let go of his ego, and has chosen and has opened himself up to be a vessel of truth and understanding. You can do that as a man. You can do it as a woman. As a woman, you can lay down in your bed, close your eyes at night, and say, Creator, I I forego my ego. I let it all go. Show me the light. Even if it hurts and goes against all of the preconceived ideas that I have. Show me the light. That's all you have to say. And guess what? That will be answered. You know why? Because I did it. And a lot of things that was revealed to me, you know, it hurt at first. You know, getting the truth is almost like taking a person off of a drug. When you've been addicted to false teachings and false concepts all your life, when you finally hear the truth, it hurts to hear it. It's almost like being addicted to a narcotic or a drug, and you have a what they call a downer effect. When you start having these symptoms, and then you go back to that very drug that's killing you. And that's how it is with this information. A lot of people can't deal with it. They can't handle the truth. And I'm seeing that. And let's move on to what is the truth. Okay? The truth is all of that which explains everything around you and I. That's the simplest definition that anybody can say. The truth is all which explains everything that's around you. Everything that's around you, everything that's within you, everything that's without you. That's what the truth is. And truth has to be substantiated with logic. with logic. If it's not substantiated by logic, sound reasoning, then it cannot be the truth. Like, you can't tell me that having kids is not demonic, because if you are bringing a soul into this world, and this is one of the issues that women have when they hear this. When you bring a soul into this world, you are taking it from a higher state to a lower state. And this is the proof. Now I'm going to back that up with logic. When you pray, you're praying to something that's out of the body, right? It's not in this lower state. You are praying to something or meditating to something, your higher self, which is outside of the body. Even though you can communicate with it, it's outside of the body. That means it's in a higher state. When something is in a lower state, it is in this 3D world. So you bringing a child into this 3D world and telling me that you're going to change the world through children, you're not going to do it. This world is comprised, and I say it and I've been saying it and I'm going to say it again. This world is comprised of human prison bars. You're never going to have more souls than the human prison bars. Any jail you go to is always going to have more bricks and bars to hold the inmates inside. You're never going to go to a prison where there's going to be more bricks and bars. I mean, more prisoners than the bricks and bars that makes up the prison itself. Okay? So this world is not about changing. This world is about freeing yourself from all of the mental programming and finding yourself all over again. That in itself is a rebirth. Now, if you're talking about having that type of birth, then that's fine. That's the only rebirth that I'm concerned with. Now, I understand that some of this information on this channel, people haven't heard it before. And I also understand that it's very new to a lot of people, because since I've been on YouTube, I haven't seen anybody saying half of the things that I say on this channel, because it's new. And like I say, this organic portal information is in the infantile stages. It's in its infancy still. Okay? Now, another thing I want to touch on about these female organic portals. Now, also what I don't like, I just walked into a spider web, an invisible spider web. Also, what I like to touch on is a lot of times you get females to comment, and this can just be just a general, this can cover even not dealing with this particular channel, but just in life itself. Like, one thing I notice, the females who comment, they'll say stuff like sarcastically saying, but I know I'm no good or such and such and such because you say I don't have a soul, LOL. Stuff like that. And that shows me that they are only selectively listening. Because if you were honest with yourself, throughout these videos, I have spoke about 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. I've talked about the different soul percentages. Only thing, I didn't say that women didn't have a soul and they were soulless. I never said that. I said all women are organic portals, because that's their design. In fact, I'm gonna be honest with you, everybody is an organic portal, myself included. If you want to be real about it, because we all see, the thing is waking up out of that organic portal mind state. Maybe that's what I should have said all along. It's waking up out of that organic portal mind state. That's what it is. That's the main thing. But if you still holding on to getting pregnant, having kids and all this, and trying to change it into something that it's not, then you are operating like an organic portal, because you are still pushing and promoting the same old cycle prison lifestyle that's been going on this planet continuously, continuously, continuously. And you're not going to change this world. This world is here to stay like it is. The only change that one can do is within self. Every revolution, every change starts with yourself. So I don't wake up in the morning saying I'm gonna change the world. I wake up in the morning making myself better. Because one thing about this awakening process, it's a never-ending thing. It never stops. So don't get big-headed and act like you got all the information, because you don't. Let me take a little sip of this water. That was good. So don't get big-headed. I freeze my water, so when I'm out during the day, I just let it thaw out and I drink on it during the day, because it be hot outside, and that's how I'll drink like one of these a day, like the entire thing. I drink a lot of water. So don't ever get big-headed and act like Mr. or Mrs. Know-It-All, because you're not that. And once you do that, you seal the opening for the universe to send you more and more information. Because one thing about how the universe operates, once you get big-headed and egotistical and proudful, like a lot of these women are doing, when you go against facts and logic like that, and you can't provide logic behind the things that you're saying, you are operating within your ego. You're operating within your egotism. And you shouldn't be that way. I mean, there are male organic portals, just like there are female organic portals. Only thing I'm saying is, and for the record, is that the majority of organic portals are females. And because even mathematically, that makes sense. Because most of the planet is females. It's more females on this planet than men anyway. You see what I'm saying? And most women, they gonna listen to their biology. And that biological clock inside of them. And when they get with the man, they're gonna be wanting to have children. I mean, that's the way it's been. They say we have about 7 billion people on this planet. So it's no shortage of women saying, I don't want to have babies. And I understand why they kick against that. And I understand why they kick against me saying that females are organic portals. And I understand why they have some type of feeling about, like the video I did yesterday exposing how females select men. I understand it. And I'm just saying, when you give your criticisms, be honest. Don't just say one thing. Talk about everything I've said. Talk about the 1/10 that I spoke about. And I'm going to say something else about female organic portals. Some women can have more, what I want to say. Some women, depending on who their father was, and if their father was in a life, they can have more understanding about the universe. I will admit that. It's some women, they just born with more intuitive part of their brain operating, with more of their left side of the brain operating than most females. But it's very rare that you will find females like that. But you do have those type of females that's more intuitive, into nature. In fact, the lady who I said I'm going to remain anonymous, she seems like one of those type of females who is more like, I don't know what made her like that, but maybe her father or something like that. You do have women like that that's more like intuitive about things. They got a more observation type of mind than most females who just go shopping. Some women will actually take time out and listen to channels like this and information like this. Some women will listen to information like this just to scoff at the information. Some women will listen to it, reject it at first, and then later on that night or a week later, they will reconcile with the information and say, you know what? It makes sense what he's saying. So that's what I want to say first and foremost, because this is not no And I wrote to somebody in a comment, I told them that this is not a gender appeasing channel. Just at this moment, we are talking about female organic portals. Next week, we're going to be on male organic portals. We got to talk about the whole thing if we're going to make any, if we're going to be real about it. Because it's a lot of people. See, I can easily just create a channel like most of these charlatans out here. And what they do, they'll just make a channel that's real female friendly. Because they know that if I get a lot of the women on my side, then all the weak men who trying to sleep with the women, they're going to be the yes men for everything that the women say. So if I just get a channel and say, oh, you women are goddesses and this, that's what they know women want to hear. And that's what they know weak men, like a jellyfish with no spine. That's what they want to hear. They want to appease and pander to these women. But I'm not that type of person because I'm not looking for popularity. If I was, I wouldn't say the things I'm saying. The stuff I'm saying is like popularity suicide. Because everybody know you offend females, then because they control the atmosphere, they can make organic portal males turn against you. Because women got this group thinking mentality by nature, they can make other women turn against you. So that should let you know that at least before you judge, at least say to yourself, left side of the brain is real. One thing about him, he keep it real. So if you're gonna say anything, when you tell the rumor, just tell the part that he don't bite his tongue and he's fair. I'm fair on this channel. And you know, once I reach the 500 subscribers, we at like, last I checked, and the subscriptions has been building up. But I wish it could go faster because, you know, the more people I reach, the better it becomes. But once I get 500, I'm gonna start doing the weekly live streams every Tuesday from 9 to 11. And on those live streams, I'll have my hotline number set up and you all can call in and we can talk about all of this stuff. In fact, if you a person and you got some information that's relevant, we can have a phone call and we can chop it up, but it has to relate to this subject matter, and we can chop it up and we can interview. I mean, I'll let you interview me and then I'll interview you and we can, you know, chat online, take in callers. And that's what I want this channel to build up to that point. I want it to be a platform. This is not about money. This is not about popularity. You know, I do have a Patreon. As a matter of fact, I'm about to take a commercial break. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't hit the likes button, go ahead and hit the likes button. If you haven't became a patron yet, go ahead and do that. www.patreon.com/leftsideofthebrain. This channel right here, you will be getting daily jewels. So you can't go wrong supporting this channel. And before I go, you know, I just want to say that the truth is like water. It's like nature. It doesn't lie. You know, you can't change water. You can add things to it, but it can always go through a filter system and remain the pure water that it was. You can't change the truth. You can't knock the truth. You know, you gotta flow with the truth. You know, people try to come up with all these different ideas and ideologies. I'm kind of getting off course because I had some on my mind, very, very important that I wanted to say. It be like that sometimes. Maybe it'll come back. Okay, I remember what I was about to say before I did that commercial break. This is what I was about to say. Another reason why women have a hard time accepting the truth, because you got to understand something about the creation of a female. A female, by biology itself, she was designed to be the counterpart to the man. She was designed to play the submissive role to the man. Like I've stated before, the man has the main computer. The female was created with the backup computer. Okay? And this is just what I believe, what I'm about to say. My name is left side of the brain. What that means is the left side of the brain deals with logic. The right side of the brain, it deals with abstract feelings and emotions. It sees the universe in an abstract way. Both men and women think with both sides of the brain, but the man is left side of the brain oriented, meaning I see the universe from a logical point of view. That's why me as a man, I have testosterone, which enables me to balance out my emotions and bring them into subjection. The female being right side of the brain oriented and dealing in feelings and emotions, she don't necessarily have the ability to figure out and sift between emotions and what is reality. Okay, that's not saying anything bad about the female. That's why a lot of men know instinctively, internally, that if you go into a one-on-one dialogue with the female, as soon as you say something that goes against her emotions, even though it may be true, she's not going to accept it. She's going to argue with you. She's going to get mad. She's going to get upset. Not all females, but a large majority of them. This is how they operate. It's just what it is. Now, if a man is acting like that, he should be ashamed of himself, because a man should be able to control his urges and emotions, you see, because we have testosterone. That's one of the things that testosterone does. It helps to balance those emotions. And we don't have as many emotion connectors in our brain as females do. Okay? We don't have as many emotional connectors in our brain as females do. And the reason that is because we were designed to lead. Okay? You can't be a fighter pilot in the middle of a dog fight, 1,000 feet, 2,000, 3,000 feet up in the air, and your emotions just going haywire, and you can't focus in on the objective, which is the enemy plane in front of you, and having to dodge the anti-aircraft missiles coming from the ground. You got to have nerves of steel to be able to do that. And that's what the man has, you see. But a lot of these men out here today, these male organic portals, they don't have that. You see, this thing is not just about women, man. Some of us men, and we know that it's a lot of little I ain't gonna say the word, but it's a lot of little SISSY boys walking around here today. A lot of sissy boys walking around here. And when I say sissy, I'm not, slandering the homosexual community, because I already know how YouTube is. But y'all know what I want to say. But because we living in this organic portal realm, they have it's more of them than us. So you have to be careful about the words you select out here. And what you see me doing and what I just did was practicing that being a red pill and a blue pill at the same time. You seeing it live right now, how I just did it. You got to protect yourself at all times out here, because they looking for us to slip up. You see, they looking for us to slip up. Now, the woman, getting back to what I was saying, the woman, you see that antenna right there? Synchronicity. Right there. You see that antenna? She is connected to what would be, that antenna is connected to the lower frequencies in this realm. The phone, the cable television, radio stations. That's what that antenna is covering. The man, being the main computer, his brain would be the satellite that's orbiting in outer space, which is able to pick up the higher frequencies. You see, that's why within all your religions, all of the prophets are men, because it's a thing of, it's an order that's in nature. It's an order in nature. You have man, woman, and child. That's the order in nature. You can't go against that. This has nothing to do with misogyny. This has something to do with rebalancing nature. When you look at lions, you have the lioness, you have the lion, the lioness, and the cubs. That's how it is. So what has happened is you got a lot of women, and this came to me today. I channeled this information. A lot of women are connected, their brain is connected to the diverse universe from the time of the great falling away. That's what their brain is connected to. And the man's brain is connected to the universe that came before this universe, before the time of the great falling away. That's what it is. So that's why women have a hard time receiving the truth, because their brains are connected to this realm. You see, everything in a woman is designed for this realm. She got the breasts. What do breasts do? They feed you breast milk. What is breast milk? Breast milk is food, not spiritual food. It's earthly food. It's the first thing the woman introduced you to as a man or as a woman, a child, your mother. The first thing she introduced you to was earthly appetites. That's the first thing she introduced you to. Your father is the first one who introduces you to these type of things. It's two types of food: spiritual food and earthly food. We're not knocking the breast milk, by no means. Very necessary. Because once you get into this world, if you don't have that breast milk, you dead. Every animal in nature needs breast milk. So we're not knocking that. I'm just saying that you respect your mother because of that. But I'm just saying that I'm just showing you the order of things, the chain of command within all of this. And you see, the woman's biology is connected to this. That's why she seeks out men who it's ingrained in a woman. They can deny this all they want, but it's ingrained inside of a woman to seek out a man to be a provider. Provision comes from who? God. So she's looking at that man as a God, basically. No matter how rich a woman gets, even if she says that she is an independent woman, she is still judging a man in some form, shape, or fashion. Now they will deny this till the cows come home. Because another thing about women, because they have to, you see, Mother Nature is what they call it. Mother Nature is full of disguises and illusions. Even when you see certain animals with certain camouflage to blend in, designed to deceive the eye. When it comes to truth and information like this, a lot of times women, even if they hear the truth, they'll still deny it. Because if they admit too many things, it will make them feel like they relinquishing all of their power. You see, and they don't want to submit to a man because they've been told through feminism and all of this that they equal to men and all of this. And a lot of these women that's even tuning into this channel, they still have a lot of that inside of their mind. A lot of these women don't want to submit to the truth. So it goes without saying that their physiology is connected to survival, animal instincts. Like I was saying in that video yesterday, a lot of how they choose men is based upon animal instincts and survival. It's not based upon truth. That's why they don't pick men based upon morality and truth and things like that. Oh, he's such a deep speaker. My vagina is getting moist because of that. No, that's not what women do. They going along with materialism because they see those men that's not like wisdom seekers. They see them as animals, you see, and that's why they attract to them, because you're dealing with two sets of animals. A woman, see, once a woman get pregnant, you coming at her talking stuff like this, she like, Look, man, I ain't trying to hear that. I'm about to have a baby in a few weeks. I'm gonna need Pampers. I'm gonna need milk. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like it's not a knock. It's reality, man. And that's in her brain. That's built inside of her subconscious. That's why us men, this is how you know that, and this is what I wanted to say in yesterday's video. This is how you know that women are tools of the organic portal realm, what I'm about to say. Now, when you're dealing with a woman, every man knows inside of himself. A man, females, I'm talking to you. A man doesn't want to date you. A man doesn't want to take you out to eat. A man doesn't want to write you love letters. He don't want to take you to the movie. He don't want to do all of those things. He does that because he's trying to sleep with you. And you as a woman knows that's what he is doing. You see, but women, they will manipulate you as a man and make something that could be given away freely complicated. You know why they make it complicated? Because they trying to figure you out. They trying to see, are you worthy enough to be a father of those potential eggs that she have? That's what it's all about. So that's how you know they organic portals, because they putting you through that trial. Because a woman could easily say, you look at her, you go get her phone number. She could easily say, let's skip all of this formalities. Let's go back to my house and let's have sex. She's not going to do that. Because if she does that, she's going to feel like she gave away her only power that she has when it comes to a man. And the only power that a woman really has over a man is saying yes or no to sex. That's the only power she has. If you see a woman and you dating a woman, you taking her out to eat, you doing all this stuff, you trying to play a certain role as a man, when really you just want to ask her, can I have sex with you? But you going all around the bush for what? Only thing she can tell you is yes or no. And that question about sex is going to come up. The reason why you know women are organic portals is because instead of just doing that, they want to feed off of your emotions. That's why they say, romance me. You know what romance me mean? Making you as a man give all of these emotions to her. Make her feel all of these emotions. You see? And men could care less about that. You know, we just want to get it and leave. Just like the animals we see in nature, they get it and leave. Move on to the next lioness. You see what I'm saying? Or the male dog, he moves on to the next bitch. You see? That's how it is. And bitch is a female dog. So yes, the male dog moves on to the next bitch. He fucked that bitch and he moves on to the next bitch. That's how it is. But see, women and humans being more sophisticated, it had to be, in this realm, it had to be more sophisticated for humans, because animals are in the organic portal realm and they not even thinking about getting out of the organic portal realm. Okay? Just like some humans who don't think beyond 2 inches off their face. They not thinking about getting out of the organic portal realm. So I classify them just like animals. And if you want to be classified just like an animal, then stay stuck in them same old paradigms that you've been involved in. Just be like an animal. Just keep acting like rabbits and keep multiplying children on the earth and keep saying what left side of the brain is saying is wrong. Okay, then keep being a bunny rabbit and keep procreating and having babies and keep looking at Miley Cyrus shake and twerk and keep keep watching Love and Hip Hop and don't look at this channel. You see, that's the other option. But this channel is for those who trying to leave that type of world. And I know it hurts, but the truth hurts. You know, when you first start lifting weights, it hurts. And then guess what? The pain goes away. And then you come in balance and you come in one with the truth. And right there, I'm going to end it. Accept the truth and deprogram yourself. Stay up, stay wise. Until next time, this is Left Side of the Brain signing out.